Hello vinyl community, this is Randy. Back today with another video. Today I'm going to show you some records that I got in the mail just today. I received these records. I'd ordered them a while back. I actually pre-ordered these records from Plaid Records, and it was released yesterday on Friday. Today is Saturday, April the 6th, and or 5th, I guess. And got these records, so I'd already actually been streaming them some online via YouTube Music, so I have a pretty good idea what they sound like. So I'll go ahead and show you these records that I received. What we're hearing in the background, this is not one of the ones I got today. This is what we're hearing in the background. In It for the Money by Supergrass. The reason we are listening to that record is because one of the new records I got in the mail today is this record, Life on Other Planets by Supergrass. Supergrass is a British band, I think a Britpop band from the, I think they started maybe like in the mid-90s in England. That first record I showed you, In It for the Money, I think this is their second one from about maybe 1999 or so. That's a reissue that I showed. This record was released in 2002. This is 2023 reissue. When it was originally released, this was a white background. I changed it to this black background. This lettering up here is embossed on here, so very cool. Album cover, there's the track listing. So yeah, they're a Britpop band from where they were. I guess they've broken up now. And I think they were probably much bigger in England than they were here in the United States. This record comes on white vinyl. 2023 reissue for this one. This reissue also came with this 10-inch record. Some live songs on it. So I was not looking, I haven't really listened to this EP yet. It looks like there's some repeats on here. It looks like there's two versions of Rush Hour Soul, Seen the Light, and Can't Get Up. One version of each of those songs on each side. And then another song called Evening of the Day, and one called Beacon Records. So, yeah, I guess they must have been different live versions recorded at different places. Like I said, I haven't listened to this one yet. So, it's a very cool looking vinyl though. Supergrass. Yeah, I would compare them to bands like, maybe like Oasis or Blur. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then this one, I just got this in the mail. I really haven't looked at it yet, but it comes with this cool booklet, which is a pretty thick booklet. Let's see. I'm not gonna try and show you every single page. It just has stuff like that. It looks like it's some of their singles from the past. So this is sort of a historic document. This is not a compilation album. Band members there. I have to tell you, I really don't know. I really don't know anything about this band. Supergrass, Seen the Light. You can tell they sound very cool. Supergrass. Another record that I got last year was this Babe Rainbow record, Levitation Sessions. Babe Rainbow is a band from New Zealand. I think they are somewhat associated with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So the record I got today in the mail is this new release. This came out yesterday. Slipperimp and Shakaerator. Babe Rainbow's Slipperimp and Shakaerator. Exclusive limited edition Laguna Blue vinyl. So this, I think this brown cardboard is just a slipcase, basically. And then here's the real album cover, which is incredibly cool. Psychedelic looking. So, yeah, Babe Rainbow, I would call them the psychedelic rock band, psychedelic pop band. So I would call King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard a psychedelic rock band, maybe, and and Babe Rainbow, a psychedelic pop band. Not quite as intense, but maybe a little bit more upbeat and sunshiny at times. So, yeah, here's what the band looks like. Looks like there might be some song lyrics possibly there, and then I suppose these are credits. Extremely cool looking vinyl for that one, Laguna Blue vinyl. Yeah, Babe Rainbow from New Zealand. Really glad to get that one. I got some jazz records over the past couple weeks, so I'm going to show those to you. First one is this Blue Note Tone Poet, Modern Art by the Art Pepper Quartet. Art Pepper plays alto sax. This record was recorded in 1956. 1956 in Los Angeles on the West Coast. This actually was originally on Intro Records. Intro Records, which I had never heard of before. I think it was a West Coast jazz label. He worked with Russ Freeman on this record, pianist Russ Freeman. Also Chuck Flores on drums and Ben Tucker on bass. Very interesting record because the very first song, Blues In, and the very last song, Blues Out, it's just Art Pepper playing his alto sax with Ben Tucker playing bass, just the two of them playing. Other than that, there's a couple of jazz standards, a fantastic version of Bewitched, also Stompin' Into Savoy. Some originals, Cool Bunny and Diane's Dilemma. And then there's a 6-minute version of What Is This Thing Called Love? Cole Porter's What Is This Thing Called Love? So excellent version of that. Very, Art Pepper is a very melodic player. He almost just sounds like he's singing through his saxophone. And this record was recorded, I think, shortly after he was having some personal issues there. But it was recorded evidently just a few weeks before I think what maybe his most famous album, Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm Section, where he worked with Philly Joe Jones, and Red Garland from the Miles Davis band, and Paul Chambers, I guess, the bass player. So the entire rhythm section from Miles Davis's band. Here is an insert that came with the Tone Poet. This tells a lot about Art Pepper's life. He, fantastic saxophone player. He had some personal issues, it seems like. Teddy Edwards is an American tenor saxophonist. Came from somewhere there in the Midwest, but I guess he moved to Detroit when he was pretty young, about 15. He was born in 1924, moved to Detroit when he was only like 16. Yeah. After that, he spent some time in Louisiana. Then he ended up moving to the West Coast. I have another Teddy Edwards record. This was recorded in 1950. I think it was 1956 for this one. No, sorry, 1960. March 21st, 23rd, and August 16th in 1960. It was recorded in Hollywood. So this record features Joe Castro on piano, Leroy Vinegar on bass. Teddy Edwards. So it came with this. And that was on Pacific Jazz. So both these jazz records I've shown were West Coast records. Pacific Jazz. Last record I have to show you is a Joe Henderson reissue called Multiple. This is one that he recorded in 1972. On this one, he is joined by Larry Willis on electric piano, which is just fantastic. Just adds such a great dimension to the sound. I really like the sound of that electric piano. He also has Dave Holland on bass, Jack DeJohnette on drums, Arthur Jenkins on congas, There's a couple of guitar players on here. They don't both play at once. They play on two different songs. James Ulmer and John Thomas. So this is very progressive jazz. This has some vocals on it. So on the very first song, Joe Henderson plays tenor sax. That's what he's most known for. But on the very first song, Tres Candela, which has some vocals in it, but I don't think they're really words. I think he's just making sounds. So Joe Henderson is heard on flutes, soprano sax, tenor saxes, percussion, and voices. And also, the first song on side 2, Song for Sinners. Joe Henderson, once again, adds some vocals to it. I'd hardly really call it singing, it's some vocal sounds. It really sounds very good. A lot of times in jazz, I don't care to have vocals, but this works in very well. And Joe Henderson, really one of my favorite sax players. So this was, like I say, 1972 on Milestone Records. It's a recent reissue by Kraft Recordings. So that's it. Those are the records I've gotten in the past couple weeks. Yeah, and they're all really good records. I'm really happy about all those. So let me know what you think about these, and I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for watching.